Hey guys, thanks for tuning into Chef Girl RD. Today I'm going to show you how to make a Fettuccine Alfredo with grilled chicken and asparagus. And we're going to be making this in the Ninja Foodi. So to make this a nice fast and easy meal, I'm just going to be using this Purdue Shortcuts. I'm sure you guys have seen this before. I also have 7 pieces of asparagus. I've already went ahead and cut about 1 inch off the bottom. And you can also use broccoli, you can use mushrooms, any veggie that you want in your Fettuccine Alfredo. Or you can just keep it plain and have just the Fettuccine Alfredo. If that's the case, you can just go ahead and skip this part. I'm gonna come over to my Foodi. I set to a Sear saute. I'm using a medium-high heat, and we're gonna start that, get that warmed up. Just gonna come over here, I'm gonna cut up my asparagus. I've got 1 large clove of garlic that I'm gonna mince up, and I'm gonna chop my chicken. Now that that's all set, I'm just gonna throw a tablespoon of butter into my Foodi, and you can use oil if you want. I'm gonna drop in my asparagus, and I'm gonna add my chicken. About a cup of chopped chicken. I'm gonna add my garlic to flavor that up. I'm gonna mix. I'm just gonna saute this for about 4 minutes. All right, so this is all set. I'm gonna shut off my Foodi. I just took out my pot with my mitts, and I'm just gonna put this in a bowl. Now normally I would just clean out my pot really quick, but there's a lot of flavor still in there. So I'm gonna just put it right back in. I'm gonna be using barilla Fettuccine Pasta. And unfortunately we do have to cut this in half. So I'm just gonna hold it in the middle, give a twist and snap. And then I'll spread that across the bottom and go this way. Do that again. In the last bunch, and just watch your wrists on that pot, guys. I've done it a ton of times. So gonna add about a teaspoon of olive oil, and I'm gonna add my water, and I just do enough to cover the pasta. And that ends up being between 3 and 4 cups of water. So it's just level with the pasta. That's how I want it. I'm gonna put on my pressure lid. Make sure you're in the seal position. You're gonna pressure cook on high for 3 minutes. We're gonna hit start. And while we're waiting for that to come to pressure, I'll show you the additional ingredients we'll be using. So I have 1 cup of grated Parmesan at the bottom, and then I threw on some shredded Romano cheese, and then I have 1.5 cups of heavy cream. I'm going to be using 2 tablespoons of parsley. This is fresh parsley that I chopped up, but it's optional. And then I have 1/4 teaspoon of salt and 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, and of course my butter. And with the butter, it may be a good idea to leave it out and let it get room temperature. And we have our chicken and asparagus ready to go. All right, so that's done. Now we're just gonna go ahead and do a quick release. So my button's dropped. I'm gonna go ahead and open it. Gonna let some of that steam release. Gonna mix this up. And this is what we got. Looks good. And if you have a little water left in the pot, that's quite all right. That's gonna get absorbed right in. I don't have much though. Now we're gonna change our function to a Sear saute on a medium high. We're gonna hit start. And once you start to hear that bubbling, we're gonna add 4 tablespoons of butter. I'm gonna do 2 at a time. And give that a mix. Once that butter is melted, you can go ahead and add your cream. Give that another little toss. I'm gonna add my salt and pepper. Toss again. I'm gonna sprinkle on my cheese. Mix that. I'm gonna add my parsley. Give that a stir. And now I'm gonna add my chicken and asparagus. And I'm gonna mix. So I just mixed that about 1 to 2 minutes, and you can keep mixing if you want it thicker, but I think we're good. This is how I like it. So I'm gonna turn off the heat and we're gonna stop right here and consider this done. Look. Doesn't that look good? Nice and creamy. Just remove that from the heat. I'm just gonna set it down on my stove and we'll plate it up. All right. This really looks so good. All right, so this is all plated up. I'm gonna take a bite. And this is what we got. Doesn't that look yummy? This is one way to get your kids to eat veggies too, if you stick it in this. That's what I do. All right, let's taste. Delicious. Guys, this is really good. It's nice and creamy. The asparagus, let me grab one, is perfectly cooked. So it's not too hard, and it's definitely not overcooked. It's perfect. And that's about it, guys. I don't have to tell you how good this is, because, I mean, Fettuccine Alfredo sells itself. It's just delicious. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, click that like button. Be sure to subscribe and enable your notifications so you know when I put out a new video. Bon appetit, guys.